Hello, Daisies. This is Mrs. Hunter again, and we are on part 2 regarding our homework for solving mental math equations. We were finishing up with number 6 from last time. We solved using the 4 steps that we discussed, and we found that x is equal to 15. The steps that we talked about were these. Find the inverse operation. If it's addition, then you're going to do subtraction. If it's a multiplication problem, then you're going to do division. Number 2, get the variable by itself. So you're solving for the unknown. When you see a problem that has a variable, which we know is any letter, then we're going to try to get that letter by itself. Number 3, keep the equation balanced. So whatever you do on one side of the equation, you must do on the other side of the equation. So what we've noticed with these other problems, just doing a quick review, was for number 1, we divided the 3 on the left side, so we had to divide by 3 on the right side. For number 4, we added 7 on the left side, so we need to add 7 on the right side. And for number 6, we needed to subtract 10 on the left side, so we subtracted 10 on the right side. And by doing that, we were able to get these variables by themselves. So now we want to look at number 8. The final step was solve the new equation to find the variables. And looking back again at these 4 problems, we see that we were able to subtract, divide, and then we also had to add, divide, and subtract. Now, here we are with number 8. This problem says 9 is equal to x divided by 9. So remember what I said in this first problem, that division bar, that fraction bar, is also a division bar. You're not used to seeing it that way, but it is absolutely something that you will become used to in the coming months as well as in the coming years. Whenever you see this bar in between two numbers or two representatives for numbers, like an x and then a number, this is not just a fraction, but it could also be considered a division problem. And now we need to look back at our steps for this problem. The first step said, find the inverse operation. So this problem is a division problem. What is the inverse operation for division? If you said multiplication, you are absolutely right. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to have to multiply something on this side as well as something on this side. The second step, get the variable by itself. The variable in this problem is an x again. So we're trying to get the x by itself. What is the closest number to the x that we need to get by itself to get away from it? That would be this particular 9. So that means we need to do something to this 9. We are going to use this operation, multiplication, and we're going to multiply the 9 on this side, and we're going to multiply the 9 on this side. So that's keeping the equation balanced. But I can hear some of you saying, Mrs. Hunter, I do not get this at all. That doesn't look like anything that I've done before. What does that mean? Multiply with a fraction or multiply with a division problem? That doesn't make any sense. And ladies, I definitely understand. This is completely new. This is algebra. So this is what I want you to take your time. Don't give up. Don't get too frustrated and just work with me here. Whenever you have a division problem that looks like a fraction, you have a numerator, the upper number, and a denominator. And the denominator looks exactly the same as a number that you are multiplying, like this one, this whole number. Then what you're doing again is you're canceling them out. If you remember in the first video, we did something very similar. You're doing it again. Anytime you have a fraction that looks like a division problem, that is basically a division problem, and the denominator is the same thing as the numerator, what you're doing is you are canceling them out, and that is actually going to become, again, a 1x. There's some background information to this that has to do with a little bit more advanced math, but I want you to understand that right now, this is still saying 9 is divided by 9, even though you're multiplying. When you have fractions like this and you're multiplying, in effect, you are really doing a type of division problem. But just know, for the sake of this problem and the problems that we're doing right now in the 4th grade, you are canceling this out and this becomes 1x. This is all that happens. So I need you just to remember that. Remember this process, and then we'll be able to explain to you a little while in the future, okay? But what this is saying, this is really saying this, 9x over 9. So now this looks exactly like this up here, doesn't it? You have the same number on the top and on the bottom, and then you have a variable. They cancel each other out, and so this is what you have. 1x. And remember what I told you? As mathematicians and in algebra, we never have a 1 in front of a variable. It's there, but it's hidden. It's sort of like an invisible one. And so we keep the variable, and so now we have x, and we have it by itself. So we're done with the right side. Now, on the left side, we have 9 times 9. It's a little squirrely right here. It's not even, but that's what the equation is. 9 times 9. What is 9 times 9? What is 9 times 9, ladies? Hopefully you're saying 81. And so we have solved for x. We always do a check when we can, and we can in this case. We're going to substitute 81 back into the original problem of x divided by 9 is equal to 9. And so when we do that, we have 9 is equal to 81 divided by 9. And so now you have 9 is equal to 81 divided by 9 is equal to 9. 81 divided by 9 is equal to 9. 9 is equal to 9. So it checks out, and we have completed that problem. Girls, it's all a matter of taking your time and showing me your work. I know you want to do the quick and easy way of just filling it out. I know you do. But I really want you to understand that this is going to help you in the long run. I know it's a few steps, and I know you can do it in your mind, but I really want to see this type of work attached to your homework when you turn it in. If we do another one on the paper, it's really simple, and I know you see it. It becomes easier the more that you do. We know that 6 times something is equal to 36. We know that n is equal to 6, but I need you to prove it. This is multiplication, so we're going to divide. Whatever we do on one side, we must do on the other. So we are going to divide by 6 to get that n along. They cancel each other out, and you have n. Whatever you do on the left side, you do on the right side. You're dividing by 6. 36 divided by 6 is equal to 6. N is equal to 6. When you do the check, you substitute the 6 back into the original problem for n, which means you have 6 times 6 is equal to 36, which means 6 times 6 is equal to 36, and that is 36, and it checks out. That's all you're doing. These should not take you too long once you get the rhythm of it. So I want you to take your time, look over the video again. I want to see this work. If you can't do it here in the space, then I want you to attach something to your homework. If you have any questions, girls, you know I'm always here for you. I am here and available during flex, during our break if you want to, as well as after school and in the morning if you need to. Just let me know. Remember these 4 steps, and I need you guys to just remember the math manifesto. You can do this, and you've got this. Have a great day, girls. Bye.